TitleMatchNetwork.com.
You came to Memphis, and Jerry and Jerry Lawler and Jerry Jarrett sent you home. How long was it before they actually called you up?
It was like on Monday night they sent me home, and it was a Wednesday. They told me they were going to call me that Wednesday, and that's what they did.
What did they say?
They said, I got a great idea for you. So now you might be ashamed to do it, but come to Hendersonville. So we got something for you. So I went to Hendersonville. I drove to Hendersonville, which is about 240 miles from my house. And really it was Lawler's idea. So Lawler came up with the painting me in the name and all that stuff. So, you know, they was afraid that I was going to be ashamed, but I ain't ashamed to do it. I wasn't ashamed to do it. I'd do anything. And that Monday night, when I went to see Dream Machine, backing up a little bit, it was maybe 500 people out there. But when they did this little video with me in the woods and all that stuff, which was in Hendersonville.
Wasn't that in Jarrett's backyard?
Yeah, it was in Jarrett's backyard in Hendersonville. And they showed it on television this Saturday, which was live TV, and I was going to be wrestling Lawler on Monday night, and it was sold out. And I was proud of myself. I mean, who wouldn't be?
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How did you come up with your style?
I developed my own style. I wanted to be different from anybody else, and I think I would. It just can't. I don't know where it comes from.
Basically, was it frustrating that you couldn't show people that you were a good wrestler? You were basically used just as a gimmick at first?
No, I loved it because it was easy work.
How did the fans treat you? It seemed like they were more afraid of you for all the heels. You know what I mean?
At that time they were. They was afraid of me. They wouldn't get close to me. And they really believed that I was from Uganda.
Really? Well, how did the other wrestlers like in Memphis at that time treat you since you came in and got the automatic push like that week? Was there some jealousy there?
It probably were, but I can't remember seeing a lot of jealousy, but I know there were. But everybody seemed to work with me real good.
Right.
How dangerous was the fire you played with in Memphis? Because I know you did a lot of fire gimmicks and stuff.
The fire?
Yeah, fireballs and stuff.
I
remember there was probably like one.
There's one video where the Lawler did the fire.
Yeah. It wasn't dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't know much about that type of fire, but I did feel some heat from it.
Right.
But I wanted to make it look good.
Right. Now, JJ Dillon managed you, I believe, when you first came in, correct?
Yeah, great manager.
What are your memories of JJ?
JJ was a good friend of mine. We became good friends. We got along real good, and he other areas since then.
Right.
Yeah. So JJ was a good manager and a good friend.
Any standout memories of working with Jerry Lawler? Any matches stand out?
No, because we had so many, and Jerry and I always had real good matches.
Right. Always told a story and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, memories of working with Stan Frazier, and was there any heat between the two of you?
Stan Frazier, back when I first started, he was calling me dumb SOBs. I would like to say what they call me.
You could say it. It's a shoot. So.
Oh, it's a shoot?
Yeah.
Well, he called me a dumb son of a bitch. And I it hurt my feeling. And I didn't want to take it, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to, just start in the business to do something for him to kick me out of it. So when I told Frankie, some of the guys told Frankie Kane what he called me. And Frankie came to me and he told me, said, look, the next time that big motherfucker call you something like that, so you get right on his ass. I said, I won't get fired with it. He said, no, you ain't going to get fired. I'm the booker here. So nobody treat you like that. Don't you let them treat you like that. That's all I wanted to know. The next time I saw Playboy Frazier, I stuck my finger right in his face. You then called him all kind of big son of a bitch, like he called me. Big, dumb, shaking son of a bitch. And he started crying. They told me that he would do that, though.
Right.
I mean, I didn't hit him or nothing. He just started crying.
Wow.
Yeah, so anyway, that was the end of that. From then on, he was always trying to be my friend, and, so. But I treated him nice, though.
Right.
Did you live the gimmick in public down in the Mid-South?
Yeah. No, in public, I would go dress, in street clothes because they hardly would recognize me without my makeup on. Yeah. But now, if they would see me, like going in a restaurant with Skandar Akbar, who was my manager at that time, then they could put two and two together. Big old black guy with Skandar Akbar, that's Kamala.
Right.
Yeah, so we would kind of kayfabe that.
Now, what are your memories of Akbar?
Akbar, a good friend, good manager, and I always enjoyed being around him. And sometime now I go in, and he managed me. We just close.
Now, did your other friends or family members ever think it was too racial of an angle for you to do that character? Or
the Kamala gimmick?
Yeah.
No. Matter of fact, they liked it, and I did too.
Now, when you went back to Memphis for USWA, were you shocked when you went back that Jerry Lawler started working for Vince McMahon at the time?
Yeah, because they used to get on television, Jerry Lawler, and make fun of Hogan and all of them. So I thought that they would never work for Vince.
Right. I remember Lawler exposed Randy Savage and all that stuff too.
Yeah.
Huh. Now, were you having fun back in Memphis, or were you kind of depressed?
I was kind of depressed because it was like when I first started, not making any money. And that's what I was in the business for, to make money. So it was kind of scary, and I was trying to think what else to do, what to do next.
Right. Did you have any major programs when you went back to Memphis, or was it
no,
just Jerry maybe a little bit?
Yeah, just Jerry a little bit, and that was it. But like I say, no money.
Right. Now the party scene down in Memphis, was it similar to the WF, or was it less as crazy?
I never hung out with the guys, so most of everything is hearsay about how the guys party and go on. So,
right,
because I never did hang out with them, never did party with them.
Now, before you were married, was it easy for you to get rats or anything like that?
I never had a lot of rats.
Do you think it was because of your character and they were scared of you?
Well, it probably was that too. But the only thing I would do was go home. Go to my motel room and that's it. That's it. Most time I wouldn't even go out to eat. I'd get them to bring me some food to the room.
Right. Just because of the gimmick, or you didn't want to be bothered?
I guess because of the gimmick, and then I just didn't want to be bothered. I've never been a big fan of the rats.
Right.
Yeah, for us chasing rats and things, I never have.
Have you ever pulled any ribs on people doing your gimmick at all?
No, I can't remember. I probably have, but I can't remember.
Now, you went back to work for Vince. It was in '92. What were the circumstances as far as that?
Now that time, Vince called me. He called me and left a message on my phone, said give him a call. He'll be around the house. So when I got in from work, I gave him a call. And he told me, so I would like to use you again, but I want to let you know that I can do good without you, but I can do better with you. Those are his exact words. And he said, you interested in coming back? Try to make you a lot of money. I said, yeah, I'm interested. He said, but here's one thing we're going to do. He said, you walked out on me. He said, I'm going to take out 15% of your gross. And I'm going to have a contract for you to sign for me to do this, and it's going to be put in the bank, and you'll get it back all with interest once you finish your 2 years. So that was fine because, it was like money in the bank. And he did give it back to me. And after my contract was up and I left, I don't think I stayed the full 2 years, but I stayed almost 2 years. You know how much it was? $17,000. So that show you that I didn't make no money those 2 years.
Wow.
Wow.